Today we're here in a grow garden, and the last time I made a video of how much money I made in 24 hours, I made a total of 40 billion shekels. And obviously that was probably like a month ago, and they added quite a lot of new stuff to the game, a lot of different types of mutations they added to the game. We're gonna be attempting this again, seeing how much money I can make in 24 hours. In the last video I made probably 100 billion shekels, I think even more, in 24 hours when I was trying to get this chocolate celestial frozen shocked candy blossom, which cost 170 billion shekels, which is still crazy to me as of right now. As you can see, 170 billion, almost more than my all-time money that I currently have right now. So we made 40 billion last time. I have no idea how much I'm gonna make now, but we have a bunch of here candy blossoms here that I've already been saving up for like a couple of hours, which we are gonna collect and sell our first batch of candy blossoms. We're gonna see how much money we make. We're gonna sell our first batch of candy blossoms. Let's see how much money we make. We made already 31 billion shekels. I've only been saving those candy blossoms right here for like a couple of hours, like 2 to 3 hours, and I already made 30 billion shekels. This is going to be a very interesting video to see how much money I make in 24 hours, and it looks like we're already almost about to beat the amount we made in the last video. We're going to sell one more time. Let's see how much money we make this time, and we made 4 billion more shekels. So we already made 34 billion in about 3 hours. So we're gonna place down another master sprinkler. I'm gonna place down some advanced sprinklers as well, some golly sprinklers, and lastly the basic sprinklers, which should help us get some gold candy blossoms. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait, obviously, of course, for gold candy blossoms, rainbow candy blossoms to grow on the trees, and I will be favoriting them. I won't be collecting them. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save all the most expensive candy blossoms, and then I'm gonna sell them all together at the end of the video. I'm gonna see how much money we make in total. So I'm gonna be basically saving up every single candy blossom that I get, which is obviously worth over a billion, and then we're gonna sell it at the end of the video. I will update you guys on how it's going mid through, which will be in 9 hours from now. We're also gonna have to hopefully get lucky that we get quite a lot of meteor shower event and a thunderstorm, so then obviously the candy blossoms that we do grow get the mutations, because obviously, of course, that's where the money comes from mostly. But yeah, I'll give you guys an update on where I am in 9 hours. I won't be selling any of the candy blossoms, or maybe just obviously the ones that are less than a billion shekels. But currently right now we've already made 34 billion shekels in 3 hours, which is kind of insane. It's been 9-10 hours later. Like I said, I was gonna give you guys an update. I did gain a little bit of money. I think like 8 billion from just selling these other candy blossoms. But as you can see right here, we have a bunch of candy blossoms, gold ones, a bunch of gold ones. I think I only have one rainbow one. I didn't really got a bunch of rainbow ones, but now all we gotta wait is for them to get shocked, because I'm pretty sure all of them already have the celestial mutation, because you can kind of see how it has this like sparkling around it, which means that's the celestial mutation that you get from the meteor shower. So now all we gotta wait is for it to obviously get shocked, and after it gets shocked, we should be able to sell it and see how much money we make from all of this. Hopefully we make a lot of money. We have a bunch of gold candy blossoms. I think this is the most gold candy blossoms I got in, and we also do have this big candy blossom. It's not a gold or rainbow, but I'm kind of curious on how expensive this one will be without the gold or rainbow mutation. So I'm obviously going to be saving it right here, and we're going to be seeing how expensive that's going to be once it does get shocked. So yeah, now we're just waiting for it to get shocked. I don't know how long that's going to take, obviously, because the thunder event is kind of rare. You know, it could either happen in 5 minutes from now, or it could happen from 6 hours from now. Not just that, but sometimes whenever you do have the lightning rod, it doesn't guarantee a strike, or it probably won't even strike the ones I'm trying to strike. So hopefully I get lucky enough, and we're just gonna wait obviously for the thunder event to happen, and then we'll be able to sell all of those candy blossoms that we already have right there. Been officially 24 hours, and I've collected quite a lot of different gold candy blossoms, couple of rainbow candy blossoms. I think like only 2 though, not a lot. But the sad thing about this is these 2 candy blossoms right here, which I've been trying the whole day ever since I started this video. I've been trying to get it shocked, and it hasn't been able to get shocked. There's been like probably a total of like 5 thunderstorms, and it has not shocked this candy blossom right here and this one right here. So we're not going to be collecting that, because I feel like if it gets the shock mutation, it's going to be very, very expensive, and I kind of want to get it shocked. So I'm not going to be collecting those 2, but I have a bunch of gold candy blossoms. As you can see here, I selected a few. I have quite a lot more. If you go over to our inventory, as you can see, I have quite a lot of different golden candy blossoms, but these are the most expensive ones that I have seen in my inventory, which we have this one right here, which is a Celestial Frozen Shocked Gold Candy Blossom, which if we were to sell this goes for 13 billion shekels. We also have here another Celestial Frozen Shocked Gold Candy Blossom, which if we were going to sell this, which we are, 14 billion shekels. And over here is the 2 rainbow candy blossoms that we did got. This one right here, which goes for 17 billion shekels. The sad thing about this is that I didn't put the chocolate mutation on it, which I could have made all these right here that I currently have in my inventory way more expensive. I was collecting them, and then the second I was almost done collecting all of them, I forgot to put the chocolate mutation, so it would have been more expensive, but it is what it is. But yeah, these are the 2 rainbow candy blossoms that we were able to get. One weighs 11 kg and the other one's 5 kg. So now we're gonna sell our entire inventory. We have made a total of 40 billion shekels so far. We already basically beat the amount that we made in our last video. So now we're gonna sell our entire inventory. We're gonna see how much money we made. I want to sell my inventory, see how much money we make, and we made a total of 189 billion shekels. So in total we made around like 230 billion shekels in 24 hours. And I feel like if this golden candy blossom right here that got shocked, I'm 100% sure that this would have probably been worth over 100 billion, but sadly we weren't able to get a shock, so it's kind of unfortunately. But we actually do have another here golden candy blossom I just collected, which if we sell this goes for 15 billion shekels. So if we sell this, we made a total of 245 billion shekels in 24 hours. That is insane. We went from 40 billion to 240 billion shekels. That is crazy. But yeah, that is how much money we made in 24 hours. Sadly, these things were able to get shocked. Like I said, there was like probably a total of like 5 thunderstorms, and for some reason it wouldn't shock this candy blossom right here. Tried everything I can, I couldn't do it, but at the end of the day we still made 240 billion shekels. That is insane to me. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We're almost halfway to 1 trillion shekels. I don't even need this much money, honestly. There really isn't much things here in this game to spend on where you'll be needing all this type of money. But yeah, that is a new updated version of how much money I could make in 24 hours. Probably I could have made it a little bit more if I did got a little luckier, but at the end of the day, 240 billion shekels in 24 hours is still insane. But yeah, that is the whole video.